Ananya felt like a ghost in her new school, a silent observer in a world where everyone else seemed to already belong. Since her father's job transfer, she'd been adrift, a solitary figure in a sea of chattering classmates. At home, things were even worse. Her parents, oblivious to her silent struggle, chided her for her falling grades, their words like sharp stones thrown at her already fragile spirit. Every night, tears soaked her pillow as she longed for a single, understanding voice. One afternoon, after another failed test, she was summoned to the staff room. Her heart hammered against her ribs as she entered, expecting the worst. Instead, she found Mrs. Meera, her kind class teacher, waiting for her. "Ananya, I've noticed you've been struggling, Mrs." Meera said softly, her voice a balm to Ananya's wounded soul. Ananya blinked back tears, a dam of unspoken emotions threatening to break. "Would you like to talk, Mrs.?" Meera's gentle question was a lifeline. For the first time, Ananya poured out her heart, her loneliness, her fear, her crushing sense of isolation. "Mrs." Meera listened patiently, her empathy a warm embrace. "The annual talent fest is coming up, Miss," Meera said after a while. "You love writing, don't you? Why not participate in the storytelling competition?" Ananya shook her head, her voice barely a whisper. "I can't. No one would care." "Mrs." Meera smiled, a knowing glint in her eyes. "Do it for yourself, Ananya, not for them." And so, Ananya wrote. She wrote of her feelings, her struggles, her journey from loneliness to self-discovery. Her emotions poured onto the page, transforming into a poignant story of a girl lost in a new world, finding strength within herself. The day of the competition arrived like a tidal wave of apprehension and excitement. Ananya stood on stage, her heart pounding like a drum. She began to read, her voice initially hesitant, then gaining strength as she shared her story. When she finished, a hush fell over the auditorium, followed by a thunderous applause. "The winner of the storytelling competition is Ananya Sharma." The announcement echoed through the hall. The recognition, the validation, was a life raft in a stormy sea. It gave her the confidence to reach out, to connect. Slowly, friendships bloomed. With her teacher's support and her newfound self-belief, Ananya's life transformed. She learned that sometimes, all it takes is one person to believe in you, to ignite the spark within, and help you discover the strength you never